Hello students. Today 10th class Economics Development Part 2. By the way, how are you all with this COVID-19? We are going to have it as a part of our lesson, children, today. It is really surprising. First we will discuss the topics which we are going to study in this lesson. In this, we are going to talk about what development promises, income and other goals, income and other criteria, public facilities, differences between development and growth, sustainable development. Okay, children. These topics, when we are talking, first two we have already, of course, discussed, but still one small part we will take and we will talk about them. So through this lesson you are going to learn what are the learning outcomes. You will be able to compare and contrast between what is income and what are other criteria means. Next, you will be able to describe what is sustainable development, and you will be able to explain first public facilities. Okay. So here other day when we were talking about development part 1, we have studied about development promises. What development promises? People seek things that are most important for them, which can fulfill their aspirations or desire. See children, people seek things that are most important for them. Basically, what are the most important things which can fulfill their aspirations or desires? In this, if you think that money is only criteria, today money is not helping anybody, okay? So then you cannot say that money is fulfilling their aspirations or desires. That means something is more important than this, we should understand. In fact, at times, two persons or groups of persons may seek things which are conflicting, naturally. If I take one thing, I want to take one thing, you may not like that thing actually, and vice versa, or we may seek both the things which are conflicting. So, hence different people have different developmental goals. So, if I am seeking something as development, if I feel something as development, you are feeling it as saying that no, Ramalakshmi madam is wrong. If I say that if you want to develop in life, as a human being you develop, if I say, okay, you say that we are already human beings. What is there to develop? Development means buying sofa sets, buying refrigerators, big things in my house, construction of 10 floor building for me, and I will stay in the penthouse. That is my development, you say. I say that is not development. My development is this. If I am able to make you understand a lesson, and if you all like my teaching very much, I feel that it is development for me, but you will not accept that. So here both of our developmental goals, whatever are there, are showing two different paths. Okay, what may be development for one may not be development for the other. It may be even destructive also. Now, what are the goals? Income, apart from income. See, most of the time we see that income is most important thing. But apart from that, income is a physical thing. We are able to see it, we are able to touch it, we are able to feel it. But there are certain things which people always seek, like equal treatment, freedom, security, health, happiness, and respect from others, along with regular pay and better work. Better pay and regular work. Every day we need to have work. Without work also we cannot stay, even children. Okay. And better pay. See, what is your work as children? Only to pester your teachers and parents. If you are at home, parents. If you are at school, teachers. Teacher, I want that. Teacher, I want this. Teacher is always mischievous. Of course, I like that very much, children, from you all. If you are not there, we cannot teach anybody. So, these are abstract things which are not seen but we can feel it. See, equal treatment, freedom, security, health, happiness, respect from others, along with regular work, better pay. And regular work and better pay are okay, physical development. But all others, if they are not there, even if you are earning lakhs of rupees, you don't feel satisfied. Therefore, your goal is to achieve all these also in your life. So, these are abstract things which may not easily measured but mean a lot to our lives. They may not be measuring, we don't have any measuring rod for that to see that I am very happy, so I am earning like this. No. So, but they mean a lot for our lives. In most cases, which are other than income, play an important role, as material goods are not the only things that are required. So, here in most of the cases, other than income, we like to have all this. These are all not material things, but these were which we can feel it. Therefore, it would be wrong to conclude that what cannot be measured is not important. See, when you are happy, when you are healthy only, you can earn lots and lots of money. If you are sick, mentally or physically, you cannot move one step also forward. If there is nobody to give you helping hand, nobody is there to make you happy, you also feel disappointed, dejected. So you cannot earn money with that. Understood? So we should not think that what cannot be measured is not important in it. What cannot be measured also is very important in the developmental process. What are the other criteria other than income, children? If you compare some states and their per capita income in India, if you take, some states are far better and some states are very slow in their growth rate. It is in India only. Hence, when we compare the states in India with per capita income as measuring rod, only 1 or 2 states are considered as developed. But that state may not be good at other things. Now we will see what is required to measure a country's development. Okay, children? Money cannot buy all the goods and services which may need to live well. Hence, it is proved that income by itself is not a completely adequate indicator of material goods and services that citizens are able to use. What other things we cannot buy, children? We cannot buy pollution-free environment. We cannot buy happiness. We cannot buy respect. We cannot buy health, etc. Therefore, when a country has achieved all these, then along with the high rate of per capita income, we call that country is developed or it has been developed. At the end of this lesson, children, there is one small activity for all of you. Of course, it is just a kind of activity which I gave you just to analyze things. That's it. It is not any I am not giving it like to do it in a very professional way or something. In a casual manner, you think about it and write in your classworks. That's enough. Okay. Apart from the income as criteria according to World Bank, we have studied in first part, no? What is the criteria of how the countries have been classified. Here there is one more. UNDP, United Nations Development Program, has taken one more into consideration along with income, children, without which you cannot go with the development process. So, this is the most important criteria created by UNDP, which it says that along with the income, there are certain things which you have to consider while calculating development process. Here they think that basic right for any human being is right to live. So, for this, people require many things apart from earning income. What are these things which human beings require in a country? Literacy, employment or any occupation, health. And a country which, when developed, should develop in all these aspects: literacy, employment, any kind of occupation, health especially. And it should look into all the aspects like literacy, health, birth rate, death rate, migration. We call demographic transition. In 9th class children, you have studied about this birth rate, death rate. You have learnt about the migration also from one place to another place, movement. And next is health. Health is very important. And when a country shows development in these things, it becomes development. Then what is growth is a question. And what is the difference between development and growth? Now the children, differences between growth and development. Now the children, here growth is termed as a physical change. Suppose you are all there. When you are growing, we say that that girl has grown this much height, this boy has grown this much height. Like that we say. Growth is a physical process. Physical process means what? Suppose if a country's goods and services have been increased, okay, the production of goods and services have been increased, then we say that country's growth rate has increased. Okay, country's growth rate has increased. That means physical, it is seen to us, to our eyes it is seen actually. But when we talk about development, it is in both quantitative as well as qualitative. Means what? Growth is only your GDP, gross domestic product, and your per capita income. In 9th class you have studied about this also, per capita income and all. But here when it comes to development, it is both qualitative as well as quantitative. The attitude of the people, the health of the people, the literacy rate. When all these are improved, then only country is said to be developed. Country is said to be developed. And while development is said to be a physical as well as social or psychological change. Psychological, and I said attitude of the people. Now you say during this lockdown period, how many of us are sitting at home following government's instructions is a question. That attitude, when you don't change towards your society, it is a responsibility of every citizen to be safe, to stay at home. If we ignore that, I think the educational process what we are following is worthless. So government, when it is doing for our sake, we should stay home, work from home, stay safe. If you are healthy, that is what, there is lot of link between this. When you are healthy, that you are able to earn in future. Now if for your just temporary emotional sake, if you go out and fall sick, tomorrow you may not be able to earn the required amount of money what you want. That is why I am telling, development is a process of both quantitative and qualitative measures. But here the growth is the physical change. That is what all the governments, even worldwide, what they are telling. First, health is very important for a person, for a country. We should keep our health properly, then we will look into economics later on. Economy part of the country, it will come after 2 months, not a problem, we can recoup. But health of a person is very important. So many sick people, if you see in a country's production of goods and services, whether domestically or internationally, gets reduced. Because we are all sick, we cannot work more. When we are falling sick every now and then, and a person, especially the youth of the country, is very, very important. We should not fall sick. When certain age groups which are still productive, who are working, okay, if they fall sick, the entire economy of the country will get reduced. That is why we should follow those rules and regulations. Understood? So children, all of you also stay safe, stay home only, don't go out of the house. Please do follow and for the sake of yourself only, not for the sake of society. First live for yourselves. If you are safe, your parents will be very happy. They can earn more money for you in future also. Understood? While growth is related to quantitative improvement, development is related to quantitative as well as qualitative improvement. That is what I think with you only I have discussed about standard of living and standard of life, children, if I am not wrong. So all of you should learn that standard of living is growth. Standard of life is development. That you should understand. Standard of living is growth. Standard of life is development. When the term growth is related to living beings, it can mean the increase in weight, height and bone size. Sorry, this is size, children, not size. I am very sorry. Yeah. So, now difference between development and growth we spoke, no? On the other hand, development is a process of developing skills and capacities. It deals with the behavioral aspect of a living being. Behavioral aspect of a living being. You should understand the circumstances. In terms of economy, we say there was a steady growth in the country's economy over the last few years. We also refer to countries as developed and developing, which means that country has made great strides in all spheres of life, not only one. Okay, when they say always Japan has developed, you can see what kind of attitude people have there. According to their country's climatic changes, according to their country's population, and I have seen so many videos, children, their population, actually most of them are old people, but still they are staying in villages only. Old people, they don't come to cities, it seems, but the way they do the work, it is really surprising, very surprising. 70-year-old, 78, 80-year-old people also go to fields and work there. But still they are very happy. That is the thing here. We should understand. See, that is why Japan is known as a developed country. It's called developed country. Now, sustainable development. Resources are replenished by nature, as in the case of crops and plants. In the case of groundwater, if we use more than what is being replenished by rain, then we would be overusing these resources. So, the consequences of environmental degradation do not respect national or state boundaries. So, sustainability of development, comparatively a new area of knowledge in which scientists, economists, philosophers and other social scientists are working together. When we are talking about, you are all in 10th class, no? Disaster management. After coming to school, we will talk about this, children. Sustainable development. It is interlinked with disaster management. Okay. Now, children, there is activity or home assignment. Research and develop a write-up on the following. Children, this I have given you just to have a good, I can say, children. You can think something, differently. That is why I gave you. It is not I am not going to assess this one. It is completely, out of your this thing. I am not giving it according to your subject. But here, we have discussed what is growth and what is development, no? Now that according to many, like along with me also, COVID-19 has reduced pollution, brought some discipline, developed human relations, created space for the animals to move in respective areas, means their own places, which were previously occupied by human beings. All this we have seen. Okay. Now that people are working from home, few are given chance to move to supply only necessities. It has brought all those things back which we forgot. and among them health, happiness, homemade food, creativity, pollution free environment, and also freedom, which are nothing but components of development. Now, my question is, why can't we welcome this change, and why COVID-19 is considered to be pandemic for all of us? We can say no, for development COVID-19 is also cooperating. Can we consider this as development? This is an activity which you should take sportive and put all your ideas and write only in your classwork, which I am not going to assess in the exams. Just I want you to think, okay, and be creative in your ideas, children. There is nothing wrong in analyzing certain things. Even in TV channels and all, we are seeing they are telling all this. Delhi became pollution free. 50, it has reduced. It has come down to 50% or 45 last week only. I have heard. And health of the people. See, we are taking homemade food nowadays. Creativity has improved in children. So many things they are seeing, they are doing. I have seen in YouTubes and all. And even in Facebook I am watching how children are active in their houses differently. Even parents are involved, for nursery classes. Some of the schools I have seen them putting some messages in WhatsApp and all. So they are creating some kind of puzzles for their children and also see. And because of this, what happened, and grandfathers, grandmother, they are all at home only. Children are listening stories, it seems. So now whether it is development or not is my question. Are we going to achieve development if we continue till another 1 month or 2 months, whatever it is governments are saying, or is there anything required more than this? Just think about it and write, children. We will see that. But again and again, time and again, I am telling you, it is not for your what I can say exam assessment. For your, I am not going to assess this for any kind of examinations. Just for our just to talk about present situation. That's it. Okay, children. Thank you very much. This is the end of your lesson, children. Next I will talk about some activity when I do, or any assignment if I give children. In that one holiday homework I need to give you for May month. According to CBSE board I will give you. Okay. Thank you very much.